Hey guys, and welcome to this video. This is the second video of my RPA series. In this video, I'm going to showcase to you guys how to create your first robot or bot, as I like to call it. It's going to be a fairly short video and straightforward, so we're not going to do anything highly advanced in this video. We're just going to create our first bot. Now, if this is the first video you're watching, I recommend you to go to the previous video where I show you how to install UiPath and a little what RPA is all about. But in this video, again, we're going to actually create our first bot. Now, if you followed the last video, you should have UiPath installed and everything should be ready to go. Now, what we want to do from here is that we want to actually create a new process. So this is a blank project. So start with a blank project to design a new automation process. And this is kind of what we're going to use most of the time. So we're going to press this process. Then we are getting prompted with this little thingamajiggy. So we're going to give it a name, and I will just call this our first bot. I like to do it like this, camel case or kebab case or whatever you call it. And we don't need to have a description because it's just a simple project. Now, per default, this is going to it's going to like a standard folder. What I like to do is I like to create a folder where I have all my bots, which I have done. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to desktop, and I have actually a folder called UiPath. I'm going to press that. I'm going to press that folder. So now it actually will actually save in this folder over here. Then you might not see these because I have advanced options. Now you can also you can open up like this. Per default, Visual Basic will be the language. You might be prone to use C Sharp, but as I spoke with about in the last video, I recommend Visual Basics. And yeah, if you want to know the reasoning behind that, go watch the previous video. From here, we're going to press Create. Now, I'm not going to talk about what all of these things are. I'm going to do it in the next video. So in the next video, we're going to take a tour around in UiPath so that you have a better understanding of what things are. This is going to be fairly straightforward. Now, if you want, you can do this quick tour, but I'm going to just skip it. So I'm just going to press that button. All right. So you have a couple of things in front of you, like so. And if you look at the bottom left corner, you have activities and you have project. This is your project, and everything we do from here will be in the main XML, and that's also what is opened in this window over here. To get started, to create your first robot, what we want to do is we want to go to activities, and then I like to call these things for actions, but they are called activities in UiPath, but I might use the word actions. And when I say action, I'm actually referring to the activities. So there's a lot of different activities that you can do, like processes that you can automate. And we have some favorites here. You see, we have assign, sequence, and write line. We're going to start with sequence, and sequence is exactly what it sounds like. It will do what we tell it to do in a sequence. First this, then do this, then do this. So this is a low code, no code platform. So what we can do is we take this sequence over here and we just drag it into the main view like so. And now we actually have a sequence. Now, right now, there is nothing happening in this sequence. We just started a sequence. The first thing I want to do is I want to write line. And if you're a programmer, in all program language, the first thing you start with is hello world. So we're basically going to create a hello world robot. And this write line, what it does, it will actually just write a line, right? And here you will put in a string that will be written out. And what you do is when you do this, you need to add double quotation marks like this. And in the middle of these, you add your actual message. So instead of hello world, because it's old school, we're going to do hello mom, right? And this is actually our first robot. Now, if I press play, this robot will actually do exactly what I told it to do. It will write out hello mom. So let's press play. Pressing play, it starts, boom, and it's finished. And now you might wonder, but it didn't write out hello mom. It did, and then it closed itself because That's the standard setting that it closes itself when it's done. But then you might wonder, where do I see this hello mom message? Well, in the left corner here, you have something called output. If you press output, you're going to see the output of the program. And you can see our first bot execution started, and then it wrote hello mom. Now, this isn't that sexy, but it actually works, right? It did write out hello mom. But let's just take it one step further, right? Let's take this message hello mom and write it into a notepad, for example. So what we want to do here is we want to close this output by pressing output one more time. So we're going to press output one more time, and now we're going to be here. So what we want to do is we want to open up the notepad, and in the notepad we want to write some stuff. And in order to do that, we need to go through this activity list and search, for something that opens up the notepad. And in this section called UI automation, if you expand that folder, you can actually go down and you will see you have some different things, right? If I press application here, you can see you have a lot of things to do. Close pop-up, drag and drop, fill form, yada 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 yada. Okay, what we want to do is we want to use this one, use application slash browser. What this will allow us to do is it will allow us to select an application or an browser to automate or do stuff with. So we're going to take this, we're going to drag and drop it under this hello mom. We don't really need this hello mom, but I'm going to keep it for now anyways. So now I have this action over here, and it doesn't do anything for now. We need to indicate what application it will use. And for now, if you press indicate application to automate, if you press this button, what it will do, it will make your entire screen go green. And then you will need to press the application you actually want to start automate. I don't have any application open right now, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to actually open Notepad. So now I have Notepad here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to press this button one more time. So I press this button one more time, and you see we have Notepad. So if I press this Notepad right now, you see that it's green. This means this is the application to automate. And I will do just that. I will press here, and now you can see that, okay, it actually got the hold of the Notepad. So now we can start automating stuff. So now we have this thing, right? So we have the notepad over here, and what we want to do, you see here, do is we want to type into the notepad. So basically, what I want to do is I want to write hello mom here, right? And in order for me to do that, I need to add another activity that's called type into. Now, you can, if you want, look through all of these actions or activities and find this activity called type into. What you can also do is you can use the search field. And right now, it might seem strange for you guys because you're completely new to this. You don't know what activities exist, etc. But I'm going to teach you the most commonly used activities, and we're going to learn by doing. Sorry, I had to pause the recording to do a burp because I just drank a Coke. I'm sorry about that. We're gonna continue. So from here, we want to type into this notepad. So what we can do is, you see, I search for type into, and I have some different things here, right? So we have application, type into. I can take this little thing, I can drag it into here, and now we will have type into. From here, what I can do, type this. So you see here, what is it supposed to type? We're gonna do hello mom, like that. Now, the problem with this is, as soon as I press play, it will do the same thing. It will start everything up, and then it will close everything up, because that's the default behavior of UiPath. Now, if you want to change the default behavior, what you will do is the following. So I'm going to move my camera so you guys can actually see. Now, in this notepad where I am right now here, I have this thing over here. It's small to see, but you have something called properties. And all of these application or activities have this property. So you press whatever action or activity you want to edit, and you press properties here. And from here, you see that you have an option. It's called close. So it defines whether to close the application or not. And what you want to do for demonstration purposes is you want to have it on never. So we don't want to close the application after it's done. We just want to keep it up so that you guys can actually see what's happening, right? Now, I can just minimize this again. So now this won't close the application anymore. So one more time, I have created a robot. This robot is starting out with a sequence. The first thing it does, it will write hello mom in the output, and then it will open up notepad. After it opens up notepad, it will actually write a string into the text document or to the notepad. And in order to actually play this or try this out, I didn't tell you guys that before, but what you do is you just press play up here on the top left side. So we press play, and it's going to do this thing, and now we can see that it's running, it's running, it's running. Maybe it already did it. Let's see. Boom. Hello, mom. Did you guys see that? Maybe you thought I did that. I didn't. I'm going to demonstrate this one more time. So I'm going to close this document, don't save, and I'm going to close Notepad. So now I don't even have Notepad open on my computer, right? And I'm going to press play, and I'm going to put my hands up in the air, right? Like I just don't care. So I'm going to do that. I pressed play. You see it open up. Okay, so it just opened up this. What we want to do is we want to have a blank. So let's have a blank. So I just wrote it in the current document that I'm in. So I'm going to stop this. Let's do it one more time. One more time for the people. So now I have a blank document. As you guys see, I have a lot of tabs. Don't mind that. But now I actually have a blank document here or a blank text file here. I'm going to close that one more time. I'm going to press play. I'm going to put my hands up in the air like I just don't care. And now we see hello mom. Congrats, you've successfully built your first robot. This might be the most useful or useless, useless robot that you will ever create, but it showcases how easy and how accessible UiPath are for beginners, right? And in the next videos, and along this series, we're going to go into highly advanced topics like how can we scrape data from a website and feed it into an Excel document? How can we talk with different APIs and stuff like that? But for this video, that's it. You guys created your first bot, and yeah, congrats to you for that. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it and if you learned something, please, do a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, then it is what it is. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.